The judge leaned back, grinning as he tossed a yellowed sheet across the bench, his voice thick with condescension. "Translate this, and my salary and bracelet are yours," he mocked. All eyes turned to Maya, the quiet black interpreter no one had bothered to notice until now. What they expected was silence. What followed was something no one in that courtroom could have predicted. As her voice began to echo through the hall, time seemed to slow. This wasn't a translation, it was a reckoning. You're watching a story that froze a courtroom comment your city below. For years, Maya James had moved in silence, brilliant, composed, and constantly underestimated. A young black woman with a master's in linguistics and a heart set on justice. She had just started as a junior courtroom interpreter. Her mornings began with bus rides through the city, head buried in books, her mind sharper than most in the courtroom she served. But the wood-paneled halls weren't built for people like her. The glares, the dismissals, the "are you sure you're in the right room?" glances, they came daily. Still, Maya never flinched. She translated, she learned, and she endured. Everyone in that courtroom had a story, but hers was never asked. Until that day when an aging judge, known for his smug humor and coded remarks, handed her a page and smirked. "Translate this," he sneered. What Maya did next, ... changed everything. That morning had already been rough. An attorney had dismissed her as the assistant and asked for the real interpreter. Maya bit her lip, kept her composure, and did her job. But when Judge Ronald Beck entered the courtroom, the air shifted. Known for his sarcasm, he'd never hidden his discomfort with diversity hires, especially the young ones with degrees and big ideas. The session was nearly over when he paused and pulled out a handwritten sheet. "Let's see how sharp our newest interpreter is today," he said with a grin. It wasn't a legal document. It was an old Latin poem laced with archaic metaphors and classical references. No one else in the room could decipher it. "Translate this," he said casually, then laughed. "If you can do it, I'll give you my salary and this bracelet." He chuckled as he tapped the gold chain on his wrist. A few in the room laughed with him, but Maya didn't flinch. She took the paper, studied it, and nodded. The air got quiet. She didn't just begin to translate, she unpacked it. Word by word, she revealed not just the literal meanings, but the deep philosophical ideas behind them, ideas about justice, dignity, and equality. And the deeper she went, the quieter the room became. People stopped typing, stopped shuffling. Papers. Even the bailiff leaned in. By the time she reached the final line, no one was laughing anymore, not even the judge. Maya finished the last line with perfect rhythm and haunting clarity. "Justice," she concluded, "is not in titles or robes, but in truth revealed by understanding." A beat of silence followed. The courtroom, always busy and distracted, was frozen. The judge's face was unreadable, but his fingers had stopped tapping. His bracelet, glimmering moments ago, now seemed irrelevant. No one dared speak. A clerk blinked and whispered, "What just happened?" The judge cleared his throat, clearly shaken. Maya quietly handed the paper back, her eyes calm, posture unshaken. She had done far more than prove her skill. She had exposed the quiet arrogance that so often hides behind robes and traditions. In that moment, something broke and something began. Dear audience, if you're enjoying the story, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps. Maya didn't get a bracelet or a salary bonus, but she got something far more powerful. Silence that demanded reflection. The judge never mocked her again. Within weeks, others in the courtroom began treating her with new respect, not because she demanded it, but because she had earned it under pressure. Her story spread quietly first among clerks, then across legal circles. A black woman, given an impossible challenge, had turned the mockery into a masterclass. But the real story isn't about Maya alone. It's about how often brilliance is dismissed when wrapped in the wrong skin. Many other Mayas are silenced before they get the mic. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories and new videos.